Hello and welcome to the channel. Be sure to share, like, and comment down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for daily videos on news and politics. Sara Carter, major story on crooked Mueller's pit bull Andrew Weissmann, breaking next week. Investigative reporter Sara Carter and Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton joined Sean Hannity last night for an explosive segment on the crooked Mueller witch hunt and the corruption at the DOJ and FBI. During the segment, Sean Hannity announced that the much-anticipated FISA Memo will be released next week. Sean Hannity added, "Next week will be a massive news week. The memo and even more stunning revelations." Sara Carter also broke some news about Mueller's top henchman Andrew Weissmann. Andrew Weissmann, who is on detail from the Criminal Division's Fraud Section and who has served as General Counsel on the FBI and an Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. Weissmann donated $2,300 to the Obama Victory Fund in 2008, $2,000 to the DNC in 2006, and at least $2,300 to the Clinton campaign in 2007. Weissmann was caught praising then-acting Attorney General Sally Yates for defying President Trump's travel ban. Yates was subsequently fired by President Trump for insubordination. So let's take a listen in on that interview with Sara Carter and Tom Fitton on Hannity last night.
From Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton, and Fox News contributor Sara Carter. Sara, a non-story about a non-event. I think that pretty much sums up the media hysteria yesterday. But what they missed yesterday was what you were reporting and we were reporting, and that is just how abusively biased Strzok-Page were and how many people were in the loop knowing that the fix was in as it relates to doing a real investigation into Hillary Clinton before they interviewed her. Exonerations before any investigation. So, that's got to be frustrating as you have been unpeeling every layer of this onion.
Well, it's very frustrating, Sean, because what we see is leaks come out. So as information comes out about the FBI, about these text messages between these two FBI agents, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, and as more evidence starts to unravel, you get a leak like this that goes to the New York Times. And it's really a non-story because the president has every right to question whether or not, Special Counsel Mueller is right for this job. He has every right to discuss this privately with his attorneys. And as we see, nothing happened. So he didn't fire Special Counsel Mueller. He talked with someone about the circumstances apparently around Special Counsel Mueller. So there was no order to actually fire him. And I think what's really frustrating is that the American people are not getting well informed by all of these very important news agencies. I mean, the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, they're not focused on these stories. And right now what we know is that the FBI, and let's go back to the story we just talked about the other day, Sean, the fact that the FBI and the DOJ said, oh, we lost all of these 5 months of text messages through a technical glitch and you won't be able to get them. And then all of a sudden, now they have them. We have to ask, why did they say that to begin with? What are they hiding? What is going on? It's our job to be the watchdog.
Why did Rod Rosenstein, just hours before the House Intel Committee was going to get the subpoenaed documents, was he begging Paul Ryan, please don't release this? Tom Fitton, one of the roles that Judicial Watch has played, I think, has been very key in getting information. I know you file a lot of Freedom of Information Act requests, but think about this. All right, so I hope, it looks like we'll get the memo next week, probably midweek after the State of the Union. But why do we have to wait to get the 50,000 text messages? Why not release them? All right, they would have a right maybe to look for information that could put somebody in harm's way. Fair enough, but that doesn't take that long.
That's exactly right. We've been asking we have numerous requests to which these text messages are probably responsive and lawsuits, and we've been getting the runaround. We've been asking about them since we found out about it. We asked the Justice Department and FBI what's going on here, and they basically told us, if you want them, sue us. Again. And, we did sue them. We asked for the text messages, we sued, and a few hours later they found them. This is about this news story that was planted this week. about the President Trump's concerns about Mueller. The text messages, the gamesmanship there, the Justice Department fighting the House on releasing a summary memo of this underlying material. It's all about protecting the Mueller operation. And what I think the headline is in the New York Times and Washington Post is, Mueller has conflicts that have been unaddressed. He, for instance, is investigating the firing of Comey, the very job opening for which he interviewed. Why is he anywhere near this investigation given that conflict? And why is the president the one having to raise it? Where's the Justice Department and Rod Rosenstein and making sure that Mueller is unbiased and conflict-free?
The Daily Beast is saying Rosenstein, Comey, and McCabe are all in this memo we'll see next week. That's the one leak we got on it. All right, Sarah, you and I have discussed next week's a big news week. Even the memo is only a small portion of what's coming out in this case. You know, where I know you are in the middle of two big investigative reports that I think you'll be breaking next week. One about Andrew Weissmann, if I'm allowed to tip your hand for you.
You did.
Being the nice guy that I am. What's coming next week, and how big do you think this memo ends up being?
Well, first, it is true. I think, we need to focus on the members of the special counsel. And Andrew Weissmann, Sean, has come up over and over again, and he's very important because he's a central part of the investigation. So I do have something coming out next week with regard to Andrew Weissmann. Another very important facet, another story that's going to be out next week is, of course, the FISA memo, and we expect that to be out sometime after the State of the Union in midweek, and it's explosive. And I know this not just from talking to congressional members, but other law enforcement officials who have gone to Congress as whistleblowers about FISA abuse cases. This should shock every American, and this is a way to keep our country in check. And you're right, it's one part of so many more pieces of this puzzle, because remember, a lot of this information, Sean, is classified. It's classified information, so we can't get our hands on it. So they'll go ahead and put out the pieces redacted, I think, after the FISA memo.
Sean, quickly,
real quick, Tom, I got to roll.
Andrew Weissmann, the number 2 at Mueller's operation, sent an email supporting Sally Yates' attack on Trump's order, refusal to follow it, went to Hillary Clinton's election night party. Why is he anywhere near this investigation?
And he leaked information about Paul Manafort before he started investigating Paul Manafort to the AP. So many conflicts with all of them, and it's all beginning to come together. Next week will be a massive news week on top of the State of the Union and the memo being released. All right, when we come...
Alright, so there you have it. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below and give me your opinion on this report. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.